Tensions tonight are escalating around the Strait of Hormuz. That's where the U.S. has launched another wave of strikes on Iran.
A new U.S. blockade has also gone into effect as President Donald Trump is again threatening to bomb civilian targets unless Iran negotiates. Michael Yoshida reports.
The U.S. military striking Iran for 90 minutes Wednesday morning, according to U.S. Central Command. The attacks came after a fourth straight night of strikes as tensions escalate over the critical Strait of Hormuz.
The Iranians haven't given any indication that they're ready to either come back to the negotiating table or that they are willing to provide freedom of movement in the strait.
Last month's ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran now appears to be unraveling.
Next week comes the bridges. We're going to knock out all their power plants. We're going to knock out all their bridges unless they get to the table and negotiate.
President Donald Trump renewing his threat to bomb Iranian infrastructure unless Tehran returns to talks.
This is where it gets really murky. Some of these dual-use targets like bridges that civilians and the military use. And that's where we get into this conversation of what violates international law.
Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson says the country has no plans to return to negotiations. Iranian officials say they have targeted U.S. military infrastructure in the Gulf. The U.S. military says commercial ships have also been hit by Iranian attacks. Now the U.S. is adding economic pressure, reimposing oil sanctions, and enforcing a naval blockade.
Because military strikes in response to Iranian strikes on ships in recent weeks wasn't sufficient to get them to stop. It looks like now it's a combination of both economic and military measures to try to bring them back to the table.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.